inspired by 14 reasons why it's not okay to out a trans person from AmericanTransman.com. And this week part 12 is on about how outing a trans person can make them invisible. Okay, not literally invisible, but it might as well be some magical way of turning your trans friend transparent. Human nature, being the fickle thing that it is, will automatically go for the negative thought process in most cases. Straight away the first thought can be, what were they like before they started their transition? A chain of thoughts can lead to a person to think of them in their birth gender, and this could stick with them. A trans person could be seen as a fake person, or a false person, or someone who is trying to fool everyone by playing tricks on them. The real danger here is that the trans person's true self gets buried under falsehoods and mistaken attitudes. It can be as if the trans person no longer exists to many people. Now, this is something that I felt when I was outed by a work colleague. I did get a lot of support and from some of the least likely people, but there were consequences to this as well. People I have known all or most of my life didn't want to know me because of hearing about me from other people. Nearly 5 years later, some of them still do not want to know me, despite my efforts to build the bridges again. It does hurt a lot, and has done for all this time. That is the worst of my emotional damage from my transition. Some of it has been repaired, but some is taken a lot longer to repair. It may not be as a direct result of what you say to someone, but it can still be the start of lasting damage. Next week, To Tell or Not to Tell looks into the effects of disclosing a trans person's birth name. And this series is brought to you by PMR with grateful thanks to Anderson at AmericanTransman.com, which is a blog that talks about many aspects of trans life and trans living. You can read more at AmericanTransman.com or email thisisplanetmars@gmail.com for a link to the blog post. Right now, it's Troy Klein here, and he's going to sing all about that place. What place? Oh, he'll let you know, definitely.
Girl, take my hand, lead me to that place we know, where all the world fades away. Do you recall that place we used to go? Oh, how I wish we could stay. We were two lovers in paradise that time I do adore. I'm wanting that some more.
Yes, I do.
'Cause life is such a bore. Maybe tomorrow we can run away and leave all this behind. This world is so confined, and we need to unwind. So, girl, let's go back to that place we used to go, where all the world fades away. Please take me back to that place we used to know. Oh, how I long for that day. We were two lovers in paradise that time I do adore. I'm wanting that some more.
Yes, I do.
'Cause life is such a bore. Maybe tomorrow we can run away and leave all this behind. This world is so confined, and we need to unwind. So, girl, let's go back to that place we used to go, where all the world fades away. Please take me back to that place we used to know. Oh, how I long for that day. Oh, how I long for that day.
There's a great sound there, sort of a semi-a-cappella that. And that was, of course, Troy Klein and That Place. We like that very much around here, we do. Alright, now I think it's time to give you some little bits of information. How can you contact us? Well, it's dead easy, really. There are some very easy ways of doing it. Yes, you can contact us on thisisplanetmaz@gmail.com, as you may have noticed. And yes, it's the easiest way to contact us. Yes, it is, definitely. But you can leave a quick tweet. If you want a little tweet, then you can go to twitter.com/planetmaz1. And you can also search Planet Maz on Google+, or search Planet Maz Radio on Facebook, where you'll get to know more about us, and you can join us and join in with the fans and everything, all that kind of stuff. Yes, of course you can. And we have a couple of websites. www.planetmazradio.moonfruit.com is the main site, and www.sites.google.com/site/planetmaz, which will all be sorted out when I get the time to do it. And don't forget, the live shows have the chat room on Spreaker.com on the player there. That's PM Live midweek on Thursday at 7 PM UK time, and the same time on Saturday for PM Live. I'm getting confused now, but don't worry about it. It's about usual for me, that. Yes, well, I think you know what I mean. Yes, I'll get out of that before I... yes. And also, when we are not on air, you can also, if you're on Spreaker.com, you can go to the show page where you will find a message box where you can leave messages for the show. And of course, don't forget, of course, we have the appeal going there, www.gofundme.com/planet-maz-growth-fund. And I remembered all my dashes in that one. That was good, wasn't it? And don't forget, for all the links, information, if you want shout outs on PM Live, or you've got some show input for Planet Maz on PMR, then you can use that ubiquitous email address. This is planetmaz@gmail.com. Yes, you can. And right now, we're going to have... What are we going to have? I don't know. We're going to have something else. In a moment, we shall be going over the line with You Are a Hologram. We will, you know.
Supporting trans people everywhere. This is Planet Maz Radio. Email thisisplanetmaz@gmail.com for more information.
Think it's can let it go. I'm stuck in a world where everybody hates. You get what you need, but not only it takes. You push me right back over the line. You push me right back over the line. And I don't see, I cannot feel, I do not know. No one will. We all breathe in, lay calm and still, make it out alive. No one will, 'cause we're stuck in a world where everybody hates. You get what you need, but not all it takes. You push me right back over the line. You push me right back over the line. You push me right back over the line. You push me right back over the line.
You Are a Hologram there, and Over the Line. Nice song that. We do like that. Yes, we do. Alright, what do we got now? We have, yes, it's soapbox time, Planet Maz opinion. Now, while talking to a friend last weekend, the conversation got around to Planet Maz Radio and how it was doing. Now, being as chuffed as I am about the latest surge of popularity for PMR, I was only too happy to spread the good news. After he congratulated me on the growth of listener numbers, he looked at me in a quizzical way and asked, what's the point of it? Now, if this was someone who had only just heard of PMR, I could understand the question being asked, yes. As this friend was around when I started Planet Maz just over a year ago, well, I thought it strange that he should ask that question. So for those of you who are wondering the same thing, I'll tell you what I told him and why. Planet Maz was set up as an online support facility for trans people, their relations, friends and anyone else who had a need to understand and accept trans people. One of the tools I started using to help spread this understanding and acceptance was a weekly half-hour show on internet radio. Now, that half-hour show has taken over to such an extent that Planet Maz with a radio show has become Planet Maz Radio with support and acceptance as the message of PMR. The purpose of PMR remains the same, promoting support and acceptance of trans people everywhere, as well as being there for others to ask questions or just have an ear to bend so that they can get through a problem, which means a lot. It does. Education is another thing that PMR is willing to provide. Presentations in schools, colleges, social organisations or meetings at workplaces around my area of England are all things that PMR is prepared to do. I have offered this service on a few occasions and have been ignored. So I've concentrated my efforts on PMR to prove that going through this transition does not eradicate skills learnt before. I spent the 1980s and early 90s working as a mobile DJ and local radio presenter and producer in the East Midlands area of England. It is this experience that brings